So this run is just full of RNG. RNG, 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 RNG. So what you guys want to do in the chat, just throughout the run, just spam plus RNG. This is all about RNG. Thank you. Are we ready? Okay, I'll just let you know when the game starts, so we can start this off. Just want to gain control of the tank. So now, and here we go. So this is the Japanese version of Blaster Master, which means there will be some noticeable differences between the US and the PAL version. And I'm playing the Warpless 80% category, which means I cannot use warps. And that practically means we cannot use continues. But if we have to use a continue, we're just going to use continues. So it's not a big deal. Anyways, this is area 1, and we're just going to try and kill enemies as fast as possible. That's actually one of the main speed tech about this game, other than obviously controlling your character right and optimizing your movement. But just basically killing enemies as fast as possible so they don't have the chance to do anything on your on the screen. And here we actually arrive to the first dungeon of the game. And from this boss, we're going to get an upgrade called Hyper to our tank, which allows us to destroy the Guardian, which guards the entrance to Area 2. Anyways, I completely forgot to mention that this game is like a Metroidvania style of game. We're going to do a lot of backtracking. And that's going to be very, very tough because this game is not exactly easy at all. And from these guys, we're going to collect warheads, or as I like to call them, triple missiles. And this is the first boss of the game. Mother Brain. We're just going to mash her down. Alright, that's the best pattern we can get. So it should be easy to cycle kill. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, now we got the Hyper. So we can do some block destroying. Oh, sorry, no, we can destroy the Guardian, that's right. The next upgrade is called Crusher, which allows us to destroy some blocks we couldn't destroy before. About the differences between different versions. So the Japanese version has unlimited continues. So this is relatively, obviously easier than any other version of the game. So you can actually just keep continuing as much as you can and finish the game. And some ice physics are slightly different in Japanese version. I think the acceleration is slightly faster than any other version. And then we have some specific tricks in this version, which allows us to skip things easier and overall just skip them, like in Area 7, which we end up going later on in the run. And it's usually the run killer, and if I don't get it, don't blame me. It happens to every Blaster Master runner. Shoutouts to David, by the way, for having such amazing GDDQ runs, and I think he was in DreamHack as well, and he had really, really good runs of this. Well, not the same category. I think he was playing 80% and Warpless both. Excuse me. Anyway, good guy, David TKI. And of course, shoutouts to every runner of Blaster Master. This is not an easy game, no matter what the category is. So what I'm doing here between screen transitions, I'm pausing, and that will obviously let me skip the camera movement. It's kind of annoying at first, but you get used to it, and eventually you won't even notice I'm doing it because it will get stuck in your muscle memory. And yeah, throughout the run it will save time, even though it doesn't look like at first, but each and every time you do it, obviously that's more and more time saved. And about the tank movement a bit, I don't want to hug the walls every time I jump. Like I want to keep my tank just a bit further away from the platforms, so my momentum actually stays. Oops, that's a bad mistake. Let me jump, thank you. That happens. Like if you get damage to your tank jumps a bit And that's obviously not a good thing. It might prevent you from jumping again. It's okay, we're fine. Alright, Area 2 dungeon. This is sort of a maze, I guess. And even though we don't have the hover upgrade, which we're going to get from Area 3 boss, we're already trying to collect hover at this point. It will stay in reserves, and we're just going to... hopefully we're going to get 6 before Area 3 boss. That would be the ideal. Damn, no luck from these guys. They usually... well, not usually, but they have a chance to drop hover. So now we're going to Area 3 without having any hover at all, and it's probably going to be a problem, but hopefully we're going to get some good RNG. Just keep spamming good plus RNG on the chat, because that helps a lot. Alright, so, up to the next boss. I made that a little scarier than I should have been. That's Grabolus, by the way, and Area 2 boss is down. Basically what we do in there is we throw a bomb to his hitbox, and then we pause immediately. And during that pause, the boss continues to take damage until you pause again. It's a very famous glitch in the game, and I think pretty much everyone knows about it. At least I did. Even though it took ages for me to find Area 4 when I was young, but that's about all. Other than that, I managed to beat the game. As hard as this might be. So, we're ready for Area 3, and Area 3 is the factory zone, and it has a lot of annoying enemies that might kill me. Actually, for marathon's sakes, if my health seems to be really low, I'm probably going to stop and grind somewhere for health. And speaking of drops, every single enemy has a fixed drop in this game, so that means if I know the enemy type, I know the drop as well. So these guys always drop me health when I kill them. They can't drop anything else. That's good to know when you speedrun the game. We're going to kill... oh, that's nice. We got the proper damage boost there. Slight boost that will help us to gain a bit time, or, well, momentum, I guess, at this. And hopefully we're going to get hover here. That's first. 1 hover, 1 out of 6. There's going to be a tough jump here. Don't spray, thank you, all is fine. Couple of difficult missiles here during the jumps. All good. Hopefully that will drop me a hover. Nah, damn, these sidewinders, or as I call them, birds, might actually drop me hover. That's nice, that's 2. Here's one of my strats, which no one else uses, I guess. Damn. Let's try to double kill here. Still no hover. Damn. All right. Well, 2 is still acceptable as long as I'm going to get at least 4 before the very end of this stage. Let's see. Here we go again. Still no. Come on, double. Okay, that's 4. That's 5. Did I miscount already? Goldfish memory here. I can't remember. 4 or 5? 4. Chat knows. All right. I'm usually going to kill this turret because it causes a lot of lag if it starts to spray. All right, another hover. Nice. So I guess I'm going to take an extra hover here in case something goes wrong for marathon's sake. Oops, that was a wrong jump. So, kill this guy, kill this guy. All right, we got the extra hover. We don't need anything else. We have 15 missiles. That's usually not exactly a good number, but we have to do what we have to do. Kill this guy. Well, not like that. Well, whatever. More hover. More the merrier, I guess. There we go. Health is not exactly good, but... oh no, okay, that's not great. I'm going to actually take this safe because those bombs deal a lot of damage if you allow them to hit your tank. Even getting a deathless run or just a legit run in this category alone is very difficult, and I have no idea why I submitted this game in this particular marathon, but here we are, where we're trying to achieve the impossible. So Area 3 dungeon is all about just damage boosting through these spikes, killing these dogs, or pups, whatever they are. I call them dogs, they look like dogs, they have floppy ears. And going to miss this damage boost here, thank you. Hopefully this guy will drop me a gun upgrade. No, okay, that's okay. Going to mash through these blocks, get a pack of homing missiles there, which is very important. And we have plenty of health for this boss, which is called the Photophage. And this boss always spawns to the same places, and we just have to keep the mash and rhythm going to get a proper kill here. Let's see how this goes. We kind of messed up the end, but okay, that's good enough. All right, everything's set. We are off to Area 4, which requires a lot of backtracking. A lot of backtracking. Oops, well, I lost a little bit of hover there, but that's why we have extra, so whatever. This game is trying to always kick me in the nuts, but it doesn't work. I got backups this time. So yeah, now we got the hover upgrade from that boss, which allows our tank to move up, fly a bit, and you can see the meter there on the left side of the screen, the HOV bar. That's our meter, which we have collected already before even acquire the upgrade. All right. Leap of fate here. Hopefully that guy doesn't come down, and he comes down, but it doesn't matter because he actually went left, so all good. Oh no, I'm just using extra hover like an idiot. All good, all good. Ooh, that was really nice. Good blocks. So as you can see, the level design is just made for backtracking, but in the Japanese version, if you're playing any %, we can actually just press reset button of our console, and it will reset, kind of like soft resets to our console. And what that allows us to do is to actually keep our upgrades to our tank, but it still throws us to the beginning of the game. And that's why any % is so much faster, because you can actually just skip everything and go back to the beginning of the game to farm hover from those birds. But since we can't do that here, we just have to, you know, backtrack. Play the game as intended, I guess. Here's a small homing missile volley, which didn't exactly go as planned. All right. A couple of more kills here. Health is fine, and now this room is extremely dangerous. Well, I guess not dangerous, not the proper word, but difficult to pull off with the tank movements, and that was actually pretty good. Every time you see me shooting homing missile somewhere, it's usually just, like I said, just reduce lag, and that was a snipe which I couldn't prevent from happening, whatever. All right. No spray from the turret, at least not yet. Thank you, all is good. Full health as well, so everything is just fine. Hopefully good bird spawns here. 2, 3, well, that's not exactly good, but we'll live through this. I should never say or hope for a good pattern, because that's exactly what I'm not going to get. And we're actually literally at the beginning of the game, which has the entrance to Area 4. This is the place which took me the longest time to find out when I play this game casually. Unless you had the map. I guess I can't remember who told me that, but apparently the PAL version did include a map in the instructions manual. I can't remember that, even though we had the full box and everything, but I guess so. Could have been a different version as well. So, Area 4, the sewers, because every single NES game gotta have a sewer level, and well, let's just say this is almost as bad as Area 7, which we're going to see later. The first real test of everything. Are we going to die? Are we going to just joke, pretty much? Because in this, we're actually not going to the right dungeon at all. We're going to the first dungeon which we're able to go, and then we're just going to damage boost over the water pits using just, well, like I said, just get a D-boost from an enemy and then go above the water. And actually when Jason, which Jason is the main character's name, well, actually not in Japanese, but let's just call him Jason. When he's on top of the water, ice physics kicks in, and we're kind of sliding over. So I'm just going to concentrate here. Nice, okay. We got the first portion done. That is really scary. Whew, okay. Not even going to bother with this damage boost. I usually take the last bullet there to damage boost over, but I'm trying to play this as safe as possible without taking any extra deaths. All right. Let's go. So this is the Fred Frog, you know, in the US and PAL version. We actually go down to help and try to save our mutated frog, but right now, well, in any version, it doesn't make sense how we actually kill our own pet frog, but, you know, lore. Okay, he's dead. I actually went close enough to hear his dead sound, but you can also count down to 6.5 seconds after getting the first hit, so that guarantees the kill. Or 7 seconds, depends how good your timing was. Oh, damn, that's really bad. Okay, maybe we can recover this. Okay, and we're done. Whew, okay, I guess I approached that robot or enemy from a wrong angle, and he actually moved down, which is not exactly what we wanted. We wanted him to go up and give us a D-boost. Oh well, we're alive, everything's fine, pace is good, all is good. Kill this mine. This is a really hard vertical climb. And well, one mistake is okay. I should have actually killed that guy there instead of allowing him to move freely. Also, this next room is full of RNG. Oh wait, the whole game is full of RNG. Oh, nice. One of the good examples what kind of jerks these guys can be. Doesn't matter though. We lost a bit of time, but that's about all. Health is fine, hover is fine, all is fine. Okay, so we're going to do a little skip here, or well, not skip. It's intended wrap. Just about when Jason is about to enter the door, when you press right or the opposite direction, he actually wraps around and pushes all the tiles in the screen by one tile, depending the actual movement where you're going. So we kind of needed that to unlock both of those keys, and that was actually the upgrade we got from, I forgot to mention, the upgrade we got from Area 4 boss. A simple key which just unlocks a door to Area 5 boss. Well, not the boss, the area. We're going to use the same technique to actually backtrack, because we wouldn't have any other way to... I'm going to get this. We wouldn't have any other way to reach our tank, because there's a huge amount of blocks blocking our way, and we can't destroy them without the Sophia, which is our tank, by the way. Well, to be precise, Sophia the Third is actually a name of the planet, apparently, in the Japanese version, but you can actually see the name in the pause menu as well, if you can read fast. So I'm not exactly sure what the Japanese devs were thinking about. Is Sophia actually the name of the planet, or is she the tank? She's the tank for us. Always will be. Area 5 dungeon, and everyone who has played this game hates this boss, called the Hard Shell. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about killing him normally. Hopefully, unless something really goes wrong with my setup here. I usually pause once to make sure, because I believe my timing skills are pretty okay, and I should be able to get this, but just for the marathon's sake, I'm going to pause twice to get this, so... Well, that was not 2, that was like 4, but whatever, we still got it, so... Now we're just going to kill this little blob here, and that's the hard shell boss. And he's dead. And we're on full health, which is really good. Going to collect the tank upgrade, which is the dive. It will allow our tank to move underwater. There will be no other way for the tank to move upward without it, so we have to get it from the hard shell. All right, full health. Hopefully we will get this kill here. All right, and we don't need to kill until this. Okay, well, that's good. We might get a spawn here though. Yeah. The game works kind of weirdly. If you don't kill some enemies, more enemies will, or more specific enemies will spawn for the game to compensate. I'm not sure if that's intended or what, but it's weird, definitely. Health is fine, because we need the health right now. Otherwise, in the next screen, there's a chance for me to soft lock. So, like I said before, we have to do 3 wraps. And each every time I do a wrap, the tiles will get pushed left right now. And just check the entrance of the next screen. I'm way off. Just going to take the easy and kill these guys. Okay, health is fine, everything's fine, all is fine. Chat is fine. Even though I don't see a lot of less RNG guys. What are you talking about? Yes, I can see you guys. Don't try to hide from me. All right, so we're going to pause here to return to the real world. There we go, I'm back to our tank and we're off to Area 6. And this is where most of our hover will be spent. Thank you guys, that looks appropriate. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to save both of these worms here, which will allow us to despawn in the next screen. There will be a mine here, right there where I was standing on. It doesn't exactly save that much time, but if I miss the first worm kill, I usually just let the despawn happen in the next screen, because the mines are a real cause of lag in this game. They lag a lot if you just keep them alive. And sometimes you just have to keep them alive without a choice, because they're out of reach. Area 5 is full of ice physics, as you can see. It's frozen. And the ice physics work a bit differently than any other version. Not noticeable difference, but your tank actually, as far as I know, it accelerates faster or slower. I can't remember which. And that was the hover skip. That's not a glitch or anything. That was the main reason why we collected so much hover, so we can actually skip that vertical climb. And here's a leap of faith. People are usually really afraid of that jump. Oh, well, for a reason, I guess, because if you miss that jump, it's like 40-second time loss. But it's actually a really easy jump to do as well, so once you get it right, once you get it stuck in muscle memory, you should be okay. More homing missiles, and the lightning gun, lightning weapon to our tank, which we will never use, unfortunately. I was trying to find a proper places for the weapon usage, but unfortunately, it's fully randomized weapon. It only shoots down, and I only found a couple of places where you could actually use the lightning. So we're not going to use it all. Sorry, guys. Okay, this fly room is actually really difficult to pull off perfectly, and that was hardly a perfect place at all. Okay. Going to use the last bit of hover here. Oh, wow, I never got that before. Whoa, okay. I don't usually have enough, or shouldn't have enough hover to reach all the way down there, because my jump is usually pretty bad. But that was the first time I ever actually got the proper flights. That's exactly the row you want to reach with your tank. So that was either luck or just pure skill. Let's call it skill. It makes me feel better. All right, so we're obviously on ice, so it's slippery, kind of hard to control. Except now, obviously, this is the normal friction. Okay, so area 6 boss, the frozen Cravelers. We're going to use the same pause trick again. And he's dead. This will give us the wall 1 upgrade. And wall 1 means we can actually climb on ceilings. Well, not ceilings, the walls. Nice demonstration there, game. Good job. That's exactly what I wanted. Now you guys know what the upgrade does. I didn't even need to just explain how to do it, or what it does, because you actually saw what it does. So there you go, that's wall 1. Wall 1 doesn't exactly change your movement that much. It's still a good upgrade, which I fully approve, but once we get the wall 2 upgrade, the whole... whatever you learned, or whatever you imagined how the tank worked, just forget about that. It is the most terrifying and annoying, frustrating upgrade you can ever get in any game. Thankfully, it only happens at the end of the game, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Still. Now we're off to the definitely the most difficult section of the game. Some people actually say it's the area 8 because it's full of spikes, traps, whatever. For me personally, it has to be area 7 because it has a really, really tough trick we need to pull off, and then we have to backtrack back to our tank, which makes it even more tedious in this category. In fact, it almost makes this category impossible. But I still like it. This is my favorite category of all Blaster Master categories because it shows the entire game. There's more tricks. There's more stuff in it. So it's definitely something I fully enjoy instead of, for example, any %. Or let's not even talk about no death warps. Is that the category's name? I can't even remember because it's so long since I played it. Whatever. It's pointless. No one cares about that category. Just this. All right, here's wall 1 in action. Nice. All those place RNGs. You guys are just great. This run is going great because of you guys. Thank you. All right. Back to area 2. We have to do a lot of backtracking. The entrance to area 7 is actually in area 2, so that's why we have to do this. Some tight movement here. Kill these flies to make sure there's not too much lag on the screen. There we go. One whole missile there, and hopefully I'll get this. There we go. You can jump over that mine if you want to, but I found it's actually faster just to jump on it and destroy it, since those clusters, which are RNG again, they just disappear faster from the screen, so it's probably faster just to jump on it, take some damage. Especially now since we're on full health. We're going to use some hover here to cross this gap. You can go all the way with your wall 1 and then just drop down to that platform or ledge. It doesn't matter. But this saves a little bit of time. And we want to save time, of course. All right, guys, place RNG. This is the thing. This is what we need. This is the real deal. TV is different, but it doesn't matter. It works the same. All right, let's see. No, they didn't get it on the first try. Damn. I paused too early. Okay, second try. Still nothing. We might actually we might actually fail this altogether. Let's see how long this takes. There we go, on the third try. We're still there. Okay. So this is actually very bad now. We don't have a way to continue. Well, if you have to use a continue, then we have to reset the entire area. And that is really bad. All right, don't get too excited yet. So now we have to backtrack to the original dungeon where we came from. And if I fail this, I have to use a continue. All right. I can't use save strats anymore because we don't have lives, and this is really, 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 really not a good thing. No, that's so bad. Oh well, now we have to reset this. Oh well, can't win it every single time. We knew it was going to be a bad run, but now it's tough. All right, we got that on the first try now, so now we can properly finish this stage. Oh, I forgot. Well, I guess for the reason, you know, just so you guys see, I forgot that, you know, when we use the continue, we already have the upgrade, so there you go. I guess my subconscious wanted to show you guys the trick how to do it, so. It's all right, let's go. Okay, so this run is no longer legit, which sucks, but that's what you get. This is a really hard run. We're going to finish it either way, so we can't feel too bad about it. Oh man. Okay, so we lost all our missiles, we lost all our hover, so this is like the worst case scenario, and obviously this would be no longer a run which you can finish. But since we're in a marathon, we will obviously finish it. All right. Area 3 and then to the last stage, Area 8. A bit ashamed that I didn't get it, but that was to expected though. That's why I said a huge shout out to David, who actually got like a deathless run of this in the marathon. This category is no joke. So this is wall 2. We can actually climb in the ceilings. And while on the ceilings, every time you get hit, you will get knocked down to the ground. Can use a little hover here, I guess. There we go. All right. Area 8. Everyone hates this area. Everyone just absolutely hates this area. I actually like this. It shows the wall 2 perfectly because it just messes up everything you do. So, there we go. Just going to hover over that spike pit. And unfortunately, I was hoping that I can show off the task strat here in this room, but we can't, so we just have to use the 80% strat. And we're just jumping over the spike pits. This is actually an extremely hard movement if you don't know how the wall 2 works in the game, so perfect. That was really good room. And damage boost over this mine, but that was unfortunately not enough. And this room is full of red skulls, which spawns red worms and also flies. We're trying to just eliminate everything we possibly can. And we should be fine here. One more trick before the 2 last bosses of the game. And that's about to happen in this room. We're going to attempt to damage boost over the spikes here. Nice, we got it. Saved a second. All right. The first boss of the 2 last bosses, the plutonium boss, the one who controls all the other mutants. And we're going to position ourselves here and just use a variation of the pause clip. We're going to actually pause and throw bombs to reset his iframes. which this allows us to kill him a lot safer and faster as well. And then we're going to do quite something here. There we go. This is for David. There we go. Now we can't die. This is usually not the kind of way to kill this boss, but you know, it's a glitch. Let's show us some glitches since it's not a legit run anymore. All right. He's going to lose his shield now. It's all about just mashing this guy down. And he's dead, so time is coming up when the screen fades at black. There we go, time. 35. Well, I was hoping for a 34 but we had to use a continue, so whatever. It happens. Not exactly the time I was hoping for, or the run I was hoping for, but still, I got to show everything, and that's important, the most important thing. Thank you, chat, for the place RNGs and GGs. And big shout-outs to all of the Blaster Master runners, and we also have a Blaster Master Discord if you guys are ever interested in running any of the Blaster Master, including the new ones. I'm not one to run them, at least just yet, but eventually, probably. And, of course, shout-outs to Big John, Scavenger, Uranium Anchor, Shiny Dragoon, David, just everyone who ever ran the game in any categories or helped with the glitch findings and whatever. This game, or the time, has improved a lot since, especially the Area 7 discoveries. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, and next in line we have what we have. Super Mario. Thank you, SGU, as well, for having me. Thank you. Bye.